Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn September 29, 2022. The balsamic moon today points to the need to decompress. With tomorrow's new moon, we are symbolically in the dark today. It's best to aim to reflect, tie up loose ends, and let go of what you no longer need as you prepare for new beginnings. Be careful not to speak about a matter prematurely today, but pay attention to what you're picking up, mainly related to work and business. Your interests are likely to shift in the coming week, but observations made today can be golden. You are moving in a new direction with less concern about your performance and status and more interest in your personal happiness, the people around you, and your place in your community or network. Communications can be lively and stimulating, as well as refreshingly open. Aim to think and process rather than push yourself ahead with all new endeavors. You might learn something that gives you an edge. The astrological energy from the last few days left a lot on your mind. You may be considering your next professional move to advance your career while securing the bag. Since there are not any major transits or aspects today, the moon in Libra shines. The peaceful lunation is perfect for taking on a devil's advocate position. As you embrace the lunation, you may find that your mind calms as you weigh your options with careful consideration. As you think about your next step, take every pro and con into account. The moon is not only spending its final hours in your career sector aligned with Mercury but at a friendly aspect to Jupiter in your income sector. In a week that began with Mercury and Jupiter at the same friendly aspect and with all planetary activity on the career front about to end, this is a chance for the money and professional gods to hitch their wagons together. Making yourself truly comfortable in your body takes a lot of work. Have you ever seen people who look really physically fit, but still something makes them look awkward in their skin? There is more to being in shape than meets the eye. It's a whole process that starts with what you eat and how you eat it. Do you eat on the fly? That doesn't help. Get yourself eating what and how you would like to eat this week. The rest will follow. As much as the moon and Mercury might get some pushback today as they create a pivotal day on the career front, the timing couldn't be better. The moon and Mercury are aligned just 2 days before all planetary activity on the career front for the year is due to run its course, but pushback from planets on the home front could create some work-life balance. This is a chance to factor this in as you set this professional year on the path you want it to continue on. As she spends her last full day in an adventurous part of your chart, Venus, the planet of love is urging you to embrace a sense of nostalgia ahead of her game-changing return to Capricorn tomorrow. While this will open the doors to new beginnings, the love gods will keep the doors open to the past. This is giving you the best of both worlds. You're calling the shots. The moon continues to ignite your bossy 10th house of authority and in close proximity to both Venus and Mercury. Although, with harmony-seeking Venus glimmering through your secretive 12th house of closure, dreams, hidden agendas, and all things behind the scenes, chances are that you're keeping a card or two up your sleeve. Use your discernment and focus on your balance. On a brighter note, Luna's trine to Jupiter via your stability-seeking 2nd house of value systems could serve as the confidence booster you never knew you needed. You know what you're doing, stay focused. You have been on a journey of process, it seems, and you may be craving something that you can sink your teeth into. Whatever you are craving, your internal organs are most likely craving as well. Give them something they can really gnaw on, such as kale, chard, fennel, and chicory. Leafy green salads and roots vegetables can make a big difference in your outlook on life, believe it or not. Take a night off from working out and plan some meals that include these ingredients. Our eyes in the sky. Today has an eclectic energy that could feel both scattered and psychologically challenging at times. This morning's moon in Libra makes it a little easier for all of us to process. When Pluto squares the moon, those in relationships take a closer look at their commitments. This is going to mark a time where your mind is influenced by your own desires. Over the weeks ahead, you might wish for something to happen to the point of obsession. Remember that everyone is going to be feeling these same vibes, so you aren't alone. This energy can bring gains and losses. You might feel like you're unable to take any action at all, like you're stuck in place. It could seem as though your mind is a prison, but it's up to you to decide how to navigate through this minor storm. The reality is that as long as you have curiosity and creativity, you're unstoppable. It's only when you are hard on yourself that it feels like you're stuck in an emotional swamp. On the upside, this energy winds down when the moon enters Scorpio later in the day. In the morning, retrograde Mercury in Virgo trines Pluto in Capricorn, the second of 3 trines between these two planets. The first occurred on August 22nd, so look back to this date to make personal connections. This influence grants us a penetrative mind. We detect the hidden rationale subtly underpinning and guiding our interactions. We can even investigate occult principles or further define our astrological awareness. However, because Mercury is retrograde, it might be hard to communicate everything that is going on in our heads. While we're adept at working and reworking ideas at a conceptual level, something is bound to become lost in translation if we attempt to explain ourselves. This is perhaps the true intent of this transit, to determine when it is wise to reveal, versus when it is wise to keep silent. The final trine in this series, with Mercury in direct motion, will occur on October 6th. This week may bring some strange feelings from your past or perhaps past lives. You could feel somehow boxed in or forced toward a certain conclusion. Aspects affecting your employment sector mean that you need to focus more attention here to make your work meaningful and lucrative. Mid-morning, the Libra moon squares off with Pluto, provoking power struggles. Perhaps we want to share a secret, but it would be purely for our own gain. Our inclination to form relationships based on gossip could be to curry favor or gain a tactical advantage. What we're really battling with now is our own perceived lack of agency. Once we become aware that fear is steering our choices, we can start to take back our power. The moon enters its void of course following this aspect's perfection, suggesting we use this time for introspection and keeping our mouths shut.